Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lowdown. I'm Luke7 and he's Hamsolo. Before we get started, we have to get into all the sports ball. Um, so first off, my favorite team in the Premier League, Man United, lost 7-0 this past weekend. Ham, you don't care? We can move on,
Nope.
right?
Nope, I sure don't care, bud.
Cool.
Does
Let's
nothing
keep it
for me.
moving. Welcome, Sergeant Sentinel. First, you find someone finally beat Gogo Po. Finally, dude was stalking the channel, man. Chill. Mr. Jonah Dark, welcome. Says hello, everyone. All right. Sour Blow also welcome in. All right. So besides Man United, Russell Westbrook Hamsolo. Russell Westbrook went 0 for 4 before finally getting that win. Are the Clippers doomed?
Sure. I never thought the Clippers were good. So adding Westbrook didn't make it change.
They were fifth though before they added Westbrook, and now they're in free fall.
Doesn't matter. Both of their players, that being Kawhi and Paul George, most of their most notable players are prone to get hurt all the time. I don't pay attention to them. They mean nothing to me.
And they're the Clippers. Let's just be honest. I mean, you could add LeBron, Jordan, and Larry Bird on that team. Prime. And they wouldn't win the NBA championship.
You'd still
that
bite
Clippers logo is a curse. It is a curse. That Clipper, the Clipper logo. I don't know what's up with that.
It's literally my favorite part of the team is that they just have this plague on them, and I want them to win. I want them to get a championship, but I'm not going to give them my energy. I refuse. I refuse to give them my energy because I know it's just literally just like trying to warm yourself up in like 0-degree weather by using your breath. It's like worthless. Like it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything for you. You're just gonna die.
That's rough. Mr. Jonah Duck says Kawhi is a chump, and he says West Brick. Yes, definitely. West Brick.
Respectful. I love it though. Let's go.
Speaking of chumps, Mr. Ja Morant think he gangster. He thinks he's awesome like that. Oh yeah, he thinks he gangster. So yeah, Ja Morant's on IG with guns. This guy just got caught with a gun on the team plane, and apparently rumors say that he's going to be off or out of the NBA for the next 50 games. Ham, thoughts on gangster Ja?
You know, I remember myself when I was like in middle school and like early high school. Like I remember when that was like fun. I still remember handshakes we used to do back in high school. Crazy,
yeah. Super
like
complicated.
The complicated finger hooking, pinky hooking, thumb, like all over the place, like different.
Oh my God.
Like I remember all those wild handshakes that we used to do, thinking that us in a suburban area had any idea what it was like being in the hood. I'll tell you straight up, that's what I was like when I was young. I had the FUBU, the oversized pants. Brother had the
like you hard
or the man. Like man. I tell you what, we definitely were not.
Yes.
Like not saying that we can't hold our own on our own, but we weren't no gang. We were part of no gang. We just enjoyed the culture of being unnecessary, extra, stupid, silly. I think it's wild when you've gone through that at a young age and then you look and you're like, man, I remember acting like that in high school and middle school. And then you look at somebody else that's now like in their like early 20s. He's in his early 20s. And it's just like, man, you're still trying to
But
figure it
dude,
out. But sure, he has a
this
lot
guy
of
is
money. I
not
get
just.
it.
That's what I was.
Look
That's what I was
cool,
gonna
right?
say. He's not just another young adult out
No.
here trying to just flex. This guy has a $200 million contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. He's got a deal with a signature shoe with Nike. Dude he's about to do the Powerade commercial for the NCAA in a couple of months. What are you
Okay.
doing? He's on the fast track to be a billionaire by the time he's 30. What are you doing? That's my problem with this. Acting hard, no problem. But levels, you know what I mean? Levels.
There are, but like, dude, like when you're that young and you're telling your parents what to do, your
Oh my God.
grandparents where they can live, when you got that kind of pull where it's like you are almost your own, like, you are almost like your own, I don't know, kingpin, I guess. You created this what's around you, and then you have so many people kissing your toes because that's what it is.
But I think
People
but
kissing
I
them
think this is an
toes,
issue with
and
the
he's turning
upbringing.
into MC Hammer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But this is an issue with upbringing in general, Ham. This is an issue with upbringing because if the amount of money your child has dictates the relationship you're going to have with them, then you're contributing to the problem as a parent. Because I've seen a lot of situations where parents earn less than their children, but the children still treat their parents like their parents.
Oh,
If
you're right.
you're only your son's father because you pay his bills, then you're not his father. That's how I see it. If you can't talk to your kid just because he got more money than you, then you fucked up. You messed up. Let's go to the chat real quick. Sir
I thought
X
he had a
Man
pretty
out
good
here,
family growing up, though. I could be wrong. I don't know his.
dude.
I don't know
I
his
saw the
life. Like,
picture, dude. Picture the fresh Prince of Bel Air, bruv.
right.
Picture that. Except he's no one's nephew. He's no one's grandson. He was living with his mom and his pops and his sister.
Built from the ground up
There's
like
a
a Sony
picture
studio, right?
that's there's a picture that's been circulating on social media. Like it looks like a meme. It looks like a freaking meme. This guy is sitting there in a garden, mom, dad, sister, dressed like a proper schoolboy. And this is the same guy on IG talking about my pace, my pace, my pace. I'm like, dog, what? Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on. Everyone knows you're not hard, dude. You are not hard. Anyway, Mr. Johnny Duck says Ja Morant trying to be Ja Rule, more like Ja lose. Um, also says the only gun I had was my duck hunting pistol and Super Scope 6. LOL. Salblo says I was 80 pounds and my clothes were 90 pounds. Alright, Jamaran trying to act like a fake thug similar to Cannabis, who acted like he was from the projects and he wasn't. Facts. Sir X-Man out here losing it because he doesn't want to hear about nothing about no sports. Sir X-Man, we are more than video games. Alright? Settle your ass down. Sour Blow 18 says Jamaran is as gangster as Cheddar Bob from 8 Mile. God
Oh my
damn!
God. That was tough, Sour Blow. That was
I
tough.
am screenshotting this one.
That was
Sour
tough.
Blow.
You came with the
God,
heat.
that
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 was
was completely.
that was a sour blow to the gut
Oh,
right there.
bro. And then Stanley Francois comes in with the left hook. Ja Wick.
Oh man.
Goodness me. Goodness. All right. Let's get off the guy that thinks he's a superstar, but actually isn't. Last topic, Sir X-Man. Bear with us. Last one. Hamsolo. Derek Carr. This one's in here because I'm a Raider fan. Derek Carr signs for the New Orleans Saints for 4 years, $150 million.
Good
Is
for
this an
him.
upgrade
Good for
for
him.
both?
Yes.
You think he's
Yes.
worth it, though?
he gets out of that toxic situation. Yeah, I think he's still worth it. I just
Toxic situation.
yeah, Raiders are toxic, man. Are you
Oh
kidding?
my god.
The Raiders are a
Blasphemy.
toxic team. They suck.
All right, fine.
I used to love the Raiders when I was young. I even had a
just
coat.
because it's my
I
team.
loved
No,
watching them, man. But like, they ain't. No, the Raiders suck.
all right,
They just
uh,
suck.
no. I'm not gonna let you just skate with that
The
one.
players,
Tell me why they're
fine.
toxic.
The players are fine. It's management, coaching, and I don't know. They're like the Jerry Jones that nobody wants to talk about.
What?
Yeah, they're all about their brand, how they do stuff. But the thing is their brand gets them in trouble all the time. The brand keeps them in the paper for the wrong reasons. They are the Cowboys of California, but the negative ones. They're like, if Cowboys are positive, they're negative. I hate the Cowboys. So me saying that
Cowboys
like
are positive. Settle the fuck down. Did you just say the Cowboys are positive?
Yeah, I am saying in this situation, the Cowboys are the positive to the Raiders. The Raiders just suck.
Hamsolo, this might be our last episode. You would rather deal with the Cowboys and the Raiders. Seriously, that's what's happening right now.
I'd rather watch the Cowboys than the Raiders play, and I hate the Cowboys. But I also love watching them lose. When I watch the Raiders lose, it's just painful. it's just like watching them. They suck. I'm sorry, Loke.
Oh my god, team is garbage. Mr. Jonah says the Raiders are the Clippers of football.
They are. Thank you, Mr. Jonah Dark. We used to think it was the Browns, really are. But the Browns clearly are trying.
No, no. The Raiders have won the Lombardi Trophy. So no. You're off on that one. You guys are projecting, all right? We've won a Super Bowl at least once in our history.
I wasn't talking about Super Bowls. I was just saying the Raiders suck because they do.
No, well, I'm addressing Mr. Johnny Duck's blasphemy, talking about the Raiders are the Clippers of football. They're really not.
Oh, that's fair.
Anyway, going back to the topic, Derek Carr, I hope he crashes and burns and proves that the reason why things haven't been working out is his fault. I said it on TSWS, the lowdown. I said it. I don't care. Shit. Whatever. Yes, whatever. Okay. Let's get into some news. So, man, as usual, I came up with a thumbnail, and the news was like, "Oh, that's cute. Let me just." Let me just drop in some bombshells and completely destroy your show. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi was announced yesterday. After I put up the thumbnail. After.
There you go.
Fuck what? Mr. Jonah Dark, would you settle your ass down? The Sacramento Kings. Dude, you really trying to work on my nerves right now. Hamsolo. What are your thoughts? Are you excited for Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi?
No, I don't care. To be honest, and I love Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I have a poster of it right here, but I'm not really into that. Like, I'm more into like an adventure.
Oh, not the versus battles.
No, not so not the versus battles. I'm more like into like what Kakarot was. Except I think they should definitely, I don't know, make it a little bit make it better. In other words, or and same with Xenoverse. Like I was into the first Xenoverse a little bit, not like a crazy amount. I didn't end up beating it. I'll tell you that much. I had it physical back for the Xbox One. When I had my Xbox One S, which I don't have anymore. I sold that. One of the few consoles I've sold recently. But yeah, I'm more into adventure Dragon Ball Z, not just fight real quick.
See, as someone that likes fighting games, especially 3D, I look at fighting games in three stages. So the first stage, which is like regular, it's the 2D fighters that are kind of like they were cool at some point, they were relevant, but now it's 3D, and I think Dragon Ball Z, the Budokai, uh, um, like a line of games is like the pinnacle of fighting game, in my opinion, because it's 3D. Plus, we have the verticality of Dragon Ball, proper verticality. It's not temporary like what you see people juggling on like Tekken and stuff. No, proper verticality where you're going like to the freaking moon and back and stuff like that. And it's just the pinnacle of fighting, in my opinion. It's not proper simulation, obviously, but for me, it's a series that I hold very dear to my heart. And this was pretty big news. And I was disappointed to not be able to have a Dragon Ball Z thumbnail. I think that would have been cool if they had made the announcement before I made the thumbnail. So quick aside to like Konami and all these guys are making guys, give us the news so TSWS can make a proper thumbnail on time. We would really appreciate it. Let's go to the chat. Welcome, Chicken Eye 210. We're talking about Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi. It's going down. Sablo says, Doc, why you offended the Sacramento King? What? You know what? Whatever. Let's move on. So Crunchyroll named Cyberpunk Edge Runners as the best anime of 2022. Hamothy, please tell me you've made time to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Please.
I've made just as much time to watch it as you've made to play the game.
God damn it. There's no need for low blows on TSWS. We're all friends here. We are all friends. Why? Why would you come for my neck like that? Is that necessary?
I mean, I'm just saying it like it is, man. I mean, you asked me a question.
Man, buzz off with that. I really need you to jump off a bridge right now. Anyways, I'm not surprised that Edge Runners won. And actually, after that announcement, I'm very psyched to watch it again. But I'm currently watching Fate. What's it called? Hold on. Let me pull up Netflix here. Fate Apocrypha. Yeah, I'm watching Fate Apocrypha. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to rewatch Edge Runners. All right, lastly, another piece of news that was not on our list. Thank you, Games, News, and Media, for popping these up as soon as we put up the thumbnail. We really appreciate you guys not having appreciation for us. So Hogwarts Legacy has been moved to May 5th, 2023 for the PS4 and Xbox One release. So this is a two-pronged question. Hamsolo, are you looking forward to the PS4 and Xbox One versions of this game? And second, do you think that the Switch version will launch this year?
I'm sorry, what game? What's it that you're talking about? I was doing the
Hogwarts
timestamp.
Legacy, bro.
Hogwarts. Oh
Hogwarts
my
Legacy.
god! Ooh, that was like a whiff. That was like a bad whiff. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
No. I apologize to those of you out there that still have an Xbox One or PS4. But this, I mean, if you were wondering about jet engines, if they were going to come back, they're coming back. Damn. On Hogwarts Legacy on your PS4, but and
we have to tie that shit to the floor.
yeah,
nail it.
Flight. And I mean, good luck. Good luck, One X. Good luck, because the One X was a cool console, but it was cool just for a little bit. For like, it was like the
One
shortest span of cool.
The One X might actually handle it. Come on, let's be real.
The One X will handle it, sure. Will handle it better than the PS4 Pro would handle it, sure. But at the same time, let's not act like the One X was like a freaking monster or something. I could
Nah,
still
it
kill the
wasn't.
One X with with Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 was just something that could, I feel like it could kill anything. But once I got a Series X, I was like, oh, it's actually not shutting my entire console down. Red Dead Redemption did the same thing. Red Dead Redemption 2 did the same thing. It was very heavy and dense game on a One X.
All right. All right. Well, what about the Switch then?
Oh goodness gracious.
Is it coming out this year? First off, is it coming out this year?
If they
Is
come out
Hogwarts
with the
Legacy?
Switch version and it does decent, man, oh man, that's like, I'm not kidding, game of the year worthy. But for goodness sakes, I'm not testing it out. I ain't
Dude, you
trying.
have
I
to
don't
pay the
want to
50
try
bucks.
this.
You have to do it.
I
Someone has
have
to
two
take
Switch.
one for the
Mr.
team.
Joanna Dark, you got yourself. You loved your Nintendo Switch. I want you to prove it, sir.
Let's get Cozy
I
to
want
do
you
it.
to prove it,
Yeah, let's
sir.
get Cozy to do it.
Cozy ain't finna do it.
Let's
You know
get
she
Cozy.
ain't gonna do it until it's like $30. Cozy don't want to do it until it's cheap. Cause she ain't
I don't
into
know.
that. Cause she ain't into that
It's on
whole
PC.
weeb thing. So she doesn't care about something like this, in my opinion.
All right. All right. Well, personally, I cannot wait. The memes, people are going to meme this game to all hell. But let me tell you, it's going to sell like a mother. Hogwarts Legacy. If people think it's selling now, wait. Just wait until May the 5th. Sir X-Man says, Loki, you playing Dragon Ball is like saying when you're gonna God of War. What is he trying to say?
Well,
Okay, Sir
where
X-Man,
is he
I
at?
want
He
you to
said
test
Loki playing Dragon Ball is
when
like
when
when
you're
you're
gonna
saying
God of War.
uh,
Uh, all right.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Sarah Blow says Microsoft should talk with Sony to get that PS4 feature of the jet engine, which would be perfect for flight sim. Oh my god. Mr. Jonah Duck says I just got receipts. Nintendo has my wallet on speed dial, and I will buy it. All right, so it's done. It's done. I'm going to check our bullsitting episode for that week. Mr. Jonah Duck, you are coming on bullsitting and telling us what
We
what the
need
Switch
you for that
version
episode. We need
what
you
the
for
Switch
that
version
episode.
of Hogwarts Legacy is like. Make sure also to send the gameplay to him. This is gonna be fun. This will be good. I think it'll be good. All right. So enough of this unexpected news. Let's get into what was actually scheduled. Ubisoft is closing down one of its offices. This is from GameRant. The latest effort in Ubisoft's plan to cut operating costs has resulted in the company shutting down multiple European locations. An internal email has leaked publicly confirmed that Ubisoft management decided to close a number of subsidiaries in Europe. These shutdowns include, the Ubisoft Benelux office in Belgium, and the layoff of most of the location's employees starting April 1st. As an explanation for the closure of Ubisoft Benelux and other European Ubisoft locations, the company referenced several changes due to external factors. Listed factors include falling physical game sales, digitizing communication channels, a shift toward free to play games over major retail releases, and both mobile and seasonal projects being prioritized over physical products. In other words, Ubisoft is moving more toward online experiences, and online work is leading to less need for infrastructure for support to support physical products. Hamsolo, what are your
What's
thoughts on these
cracking?
closures?
I think it's their direction. It's what they want to do. Because I just think it's kind of weird for Ubisoft right now. They're kind of ever since the beginning of the generation, when they started at the beginning of this generation, they were shooting. They were shooting. Like, they had a ton of games come out with Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, what was it? Watch Dogs, Legion, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. I know that. Later on, Far Cry the next year, which I actually really enjoyed. Far Cry. I haven't gone back to it, which I actually might do. But that's a might. But all in all, like, they started to kind of transition a little bit, and I'm sure they transitioned earlier than we realized, probably, because they're coming out those games and we're like, oh, okay, like, that's Ubisoft. They're doing Ubisoft things. Unfortunately, Watch Dogs still stinks, in my opinion. It's kind of fun, but like, I don't like the aspect of nobody's really anybody in the game, in my opinion. Everyone, I don't want to.
They've lost their identity. They've lost that special spice that made Ubisoft Ubisoft.
Yeah, and it really shows in Watch Dogs. Although, like I said, the game's fun. It has a great idea with it. It just, the execution of it was really dull, in my opinion. Really flat. But then they started to kind of transition into online games, and they have failed so far with that. They have utterly failed with online games. That roller skating game, not good.
But it's a PlayStation exclusive.
No, it's not.
I thought it was great.
It's not a PlayStation.
It's not a PlayStation exclusive?
No. It's like something like, I don't even remember what it's called. It's
Rollerdrome. That's what it's called. Rollerdrome. Rollerdrome, right?
Rollerdrome is that PlayStation exclusive that you're thinking of. That's not
okay. So which skating game are we talking about?
There's like a skating game where you throw like a ball through like a hoop and you skate in circles. I don't remember what it's called, but it's just not that good. And it really seems like Ubisoft is trying to make a quick buck, some way, shape, or form. And
it's Roller Champions.
Yes, Roller Champions. Thank you. And
Jesus, this looks rough.
It's not great. I tried it. I played it for about an hour and a half. I actually won a game, which was like,
this makes Destruction All-Stars look okay.
It's very Destruction All-Stars feel. I'll give you that.
Well,
you nailed it.
Looks better. It looks better. Jeez. I'm trying to get paid if I'm playing Roller Champions. The hell?
But with them cutting, like with them cutting some areas and whatnot, personally, like, you're gonna probably see. I mean, they pretty much came out and said, "Yo, like, physical, not so much." I think that's them pretty much telling us we're going digital, online games. There will be not really a whole lot of. There won't be a whole lot of a point to make physical games because you won't be able to play them unless it's online. So that cuts a big chunk of cash that they'd have to spend to make physical or whatnot from themselves. Now, they did say that they would look into, like, if they did start to make some like classic games, they'd look into like doing it third party, like having somebody else actually do the physical games themselves. Right. So
at least they admit they're not good anymore. At least they're okay with that reality.
They are kind of taking aim right now, and it's a weird kind of target that they're shooting at. because
Them
it really
pros,
feels
man.
like they are going completely in with this whole kind of online
NFTs and all that.
subscription based type of stuff. Like they are going
Mm.
completely subscription. It seems like.
I think they took they looked at Game Pass and they misunderstood that the reason why Xbox can wield this gauntlet, right, with all these gems is because they have all this money. You know, Ubisoft does not have all the money in the world to sustain like losses and build up rapport with people. Because essentially, that's what Xbox is doing. They're working on this is a massive marketing campaign, Game Pass, and they're trying to condition people not to like see them as second rate, to see them as like the number one guys. But the thing is, Xbox can afford to do this over a long stretch. Ubisoft, if they try to go the subscription way, dude, it's not going to be well. As we can see, it's not pretty. It's
Well,
not pretty. It's not working out for them.
I also think what Ubisoft is trying to eventually create, which kudos to them if they ever successfully do it. Because hey, I can't read the future, but from the direction of games that they've made, where you get into it and it feels like just so much. I feel like at
Mm,
some point
mm.
they're gonna try to make something like the never ending game. Like a never ending type of game.
Can you
Where it's
imagine?
just I can't imagine.
Quest
Because
after
Ubisoft
quest
games
after
are
quest.
I'm telling you, they're already like the maps and everything else are already like entirely too big. I can see them just
Yeah,
like saying, since we're not doing physical stuff anymore, you're just gonna have all these dang updates and different
yeah.
ways of playing a game and essentially making a game that truly kind of never ends. And I don't know. I think that would
Dude,
be truly
but
the Ubisoft dream at this point.
and I can see them charging you like $10 per mission or per section of the map. You know, like they'll make a map as big as the planet Earth, and then they'll cut it up in tiny little sections, and then you have to pay $10 for each section. And to your point about the size of these games, my brother bought Valhalla last year, and it took him 6 months to finish. He has a life, obviously. You know, he goes to work. He's got his kids. He's got the wife and family obligations on the weekend and trips and blah blah blah. But he tries to play whenever he can, and it took him 6 months to finish. He said he enjoyed the loop and whatever, but it still took him 6 months. And I think that is probably what Ubisoft wants out of the people that buy their games.
Right.
Because he ended up buying like all the DLCs and all that stuff. He was essentially that was like the only game he played. For me, that's not sustainable, but I guess for some people, the Ubisoft people, it is sustainable. Let's go to the chat. Mr. Jonah Dark with one more stab in the dark to the greatest NFL team in the world. He says Hogwarts on Switch will play better than the Raiders. I hope you feel better about yourself after saying that, Mr. Jonah Dark. I hope you're proud of yourself right now.
It will. It will follow
Uh,
suit.
but whatever. Blow 18 says that Watchdog feature would be cool in a Matrix game. If you do like the death loop that friends can jump in as an enemy, maybe friends can jump in as Agent Smith. See, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
That
That
sounds very
would be
interesting.
dope. Oh man, that would be dope.
Yep. Mr. John Dark says Ubisoft doesn't have content or new IPs to make their Ubisoft Plus enticing. Their games don't have a unique identity. For me, Mr. John Dark, even if they had unique IP, dude, subscription, it doesn't give you that much money. There's no way it gives you that much money unless you have like the reach of an Xbox or PlayStation. Ubisoft does not have that type of reach where they can take Uplay, put a game in the subscription service, and then I don't know, more than 20% of gaming interacts with Uplay to specifically get that one great game. I think if the subscription model was so great, maybe even guys like Nintendo would hop on. But day and date sales are still very important. Yes, there's a model to move away from it, but you need to have a lot of money backing you to make it viable, in my opinion. Ham, do you think I'm crazy with my pushback on Mr. Jonah Dark's idea? I can't hear you, bruv.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm saying you think I'm crazy with my pushback on Mr. Jonah Dark's idea
No.
of Ubisoft Plus failing because they don't have unique ideas or IPs.
I'm actually going to counter Mr. Joanna Dark a little bit on that. I think Ubisoft does have an IP, and everyone's very aware of it.
What's that?
They have a uniqueness about them. Everyone knows when it's a Ubisoft game. Everyone says, "Oh yeah, this feels like a Ubisoft game."
Ham? I'm dancing around it. What's the IP? Let's call a spade, bro. What's the IP?
That's unique.
Yes.
I'd say Far Cry is the one
fuck it.
unique
I'm out.
IP
that
they have.
I'm out. What the hell, dude? Unique? Come on. This guy.
I like
All
Far
right, fine.
Cry.
Yeah, you like Far Cry, but you don't sit there and tell me that it's a unique IP, though. It's
I
really
think
not.
If of that Far Cry and I hate bringing this up, but like older Assassin's Creed was pretty unique.
Yeah. No. Fact. The fact that you qualified it, all the Assassin's Creed. Yes. Yeah. That's why the announcement of Assassin's Creed Mirage got a lot of people excited. I'm excited. I want to see gameplay, and I just want confirmation that it's an actual Assassin's Creed game, because all these other games, they have the name on it, but it's not Assassin's Creed. All right, it's, I don't know, freaking fantasy warrior whatever thing, but it's not Assassin's Creed. As soon as I get confirmation that Assassin's Creed Mirage is an actual Assassin's Creed game, and you can kill everyone from start to finish by being sneaky and just slitting their throats and bouncing without anyone even noticing, day one. As soon as they confirm that, I don't care about no story, I don't care about no glitches, nothing. Give me a proper assassin simulator, and I'm in there day one. Rainbow Six Siege is unique according to Sir X-Man. Ham, thoughts?
It has unique it has unique things in it, but when you get to the brass tacks, you're doing very similar things that you do in other, or I don't know. It does have some uniqueness to it. I mean, I can't knock Sir X-Man on thinking that. I mean, if I'm judging it for myself, it's not unique enough for me to like.
But you know why it's not profitable? You know why Ubisoft is not benefiting from Rainbow Six Siege? It's always in the top 10 most played games on Steam. Do you know why they're struggling? Why they're not making money off it the way
I have no idea.
Fortnite is making money for Tencent? Because there's no black market for Fortnite or PlayerUnknown's what's it called?
PUBG.
I'm forgetting the name. PUBG. Yes, there's no black market for all these stickers and whatever. Sir X-Man, just go on a little 1 hour trip down YouTube rabbit holes about the black market and Rainbow Six skins and guns and profiles and operators, everything. The people are extracting money from Ubisoft with Rainbow Six Siege, whereas Fortnite is giving money to Tencent. So Ubisoft don't even know how to monetize a successful IP. That's That's their problem. It starts right there. They might
Damn.
even have a golden goose. You could give them a golden goose. They don't even know how to sit there by the goose's butt and just receive the egg. They don't know how to do it. That's where the problem starts. So before we even start talking about IP, the biggest problem is management. That's the biggest problem, in my opinion. All right. Anything else on this, Ham, or can we keep it moving?
No, let's move on. I'm kind of over
All
Ubisoft.
right. So this one is very near and dear to my heart. The top 10 quarterbacks ranking on NFL, on Madden NFL 23. This was actually announced a couple of weeks ago, but the big stuff kept getting announced on top of it, so we had to keep moving along. Welcome for GQ TV. So, Ham, I will now name the top 10 quarterbacks on Madden NFL, starting from number 10 to number 1. Tell me if you have anyone that you object to. Number 10, Kirk Cousins. Number 9, Aaron Rodgers. God damn! The first one. All right, what's the problem with Kirk Cousins? What's the problem?
Oh man, he's just so inconsistent. He's so
Oof.
inconsistent and just
So he's not top 10?
not fun to watch at all. Not in my opinion. I'd have to have more of the list of all of the starting QBs.
All right,
before
so
I swapped
yeah,
him out.
let
So
me do
continue.
the whole list. Let me do the whole list, and then I'll put it in the chat just so you don't forget who. And then if you can think of someone better than Kirk Cousins, tell me. So number 10, Kirk Cousins. Number 9, Aaron Bleepin Rodgers. Number 8, Jalen Hurts, who 4GQ TV says Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback. Settle your ass down, dude. No, he just made it to the final. He's not the best. Number 6, we have Dak. Dak, good enough. Prescott. Number 5, Justin Herbert. Number 4, Tom Brady. Oh, sorry. Number 5 is Tom Brady. Number 6 is Justin Herbert. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 2, Joe Burrow. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Hamsolo, is there anyone better than Kirk Cousins? Be honest. Who can you think of that's better than Kirk Cousins? I just put it in the chat. Top 10 ranking. Go.
He had an off year, but I think Russell Wilson's better than Kirk Cousins.
What?
Trevor Lawrence is better than Kirk Cousins.
What did he say? Broncos, let's ride. All right, fine. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's the truth. I'll give you that one. Russell Wilson, no. Russell Wilson went Hollywood and he lost all his talent. I'm sorry. He lost it. I don't know what Sierra is doing to him. I mean, he keeps popping out babies, but I don't know what's happening. I just know that Russell Wilson, right, as soon as he rocked up in Denver, is Bustle Wilson or something. I don't know what he is.
I'd
fine.
I'd even go as far as saying the third string quarterback that is San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Irrelevant himself, Brock Purdy. I'd even put him in front of Kirk Cousins. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. I've always thought he was pretty mid.
That's kind of unfair. That's unfair. You know why? Because I don't know, man. I feel like any decent quarterback playing for the San Francisco 49ers would make it as far as Purdy did or more, because that defense is like, I think, second best all season, and then all the weapons, Debo, the catchers, then they got McCarthy. I mean, that team was stacked, stacked. He had to sabotage it to lose, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm not ready to put Brock Purdy that high, in my opinion. That's why I'm cool with you saying Trevor Lawrence is better than Kirk Cousins. I would even say Trevor Lawrence is better than Dak Prescott. Dak shouldn't even be in the top 10, in my opinion. Dak is freaking whack. But that's all. That's all. For me, in my opinion, that's all there is to it. Oh yeah. Also, another thing. Josh Allen at third. I have a hot take, Hamsolo.
What's up?
I think Lamar is better than Josh Allen.
Oh my god, I think you're tripping.
I think Lamar Jackson is better than Josh
He's
Allen.
not a better
I just
passer
think
than him.
Yeah, but who is he passing to? None of the good receivers want to play with him. But the stats have shown that he can throw the ball. The problem is when you don't have people who can catch the ball, you don't have many completions. So everyone gets the impression, oh, he can't throw the ball. He can't throw. Dude, because he runs so well, all these catches are like, nah, man, I'm not going to play with Lamar. But he can throw the ball.
That's not the reason
Josh
they
Allen
don't play for
runs. Well, okay,
not,
why don't they
that's
play
not the reason
for Lamar?
they don't want to play with him. The reason they don't want to play with him is because the Baltimore Ravens are historically known as a running team. They've never been
Defense.
a throwing team. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens, and it wasn't because of his arm.
Settle down, Ham. Stanley Francois bringing in the fact. Lamar won an MVP. Josh Allen, zip. What you
Lamar
got?
Jackson is
What
good,
got?
and I'm that wasn't
Good.
that wasn't disrespect
This guy's
to
good.
Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you right now that Lamar Jackson's playing on the wrong team. If we want to, if we want to get real with that comparison that he's better than Josh Allen, I need him to play on a team that will allow him to throw the ball.
Okay, I won't fight you on that one. But still, as things stand right now, Stanley Francois' point still stands. Lamar MVP, Josh zip. People are busy comparing Josh Allen to Mahomes. Dog, he ain't even better than Lamar as far as accolades are concerned. You still haven't even beaten Lamar, but you want to be talking about rivalry with Mahomes. Settle your ass down.
I'm just saying, like, Joe Flacco played most of his tenure in Baltimore. As soon as he left there, he realized he was not a good quarterback.
Yep.
You
And if Lamar is the truth, dude, if Lamar is the truth, we want to see it. Oh my God, 4GQ TV. Blasphemy.
He's salty.
I'm not gonna read
That's
that.
a salty take.
I'm not going to read that. No. He's still hurting from the final. That's what's really up. Okay, he's still sore about that call. Dude, go call up one of them refs and go and bitch to them. Okay, don't come here with this rubbish. Hurts is better than Mahomes.
Jalen Hurts is
no. Kansas City kicker is better than Mahomes. The Super Bowl came down to the kicker. What? Okay, by your logic, for GQ TV, Ray Allen is better than LeBron James because the finals came down to one 3-point shot. Come on, dude. Come on, let's not be disingenuous. Come on, let's be real. All right, Ham. Are we done talking about the 10 quarterbacks?
Yeah. I'm done talking. Right. I just wanted to throw my disrespect to Kirk Cousins because he doesn't deserve to be on that top 10 list. I don't know how people keep overrating this quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. I'll give him that, but he is not top 10. He is not going to take. He's not going to take the Vikings to the next level. And if he somehow ends up in a Super Bowl, it's not because of him.
Facts. 4GQ TV says yes. 4GQ TV, I want you to expose yourself properly. All right, explain yourself properly. Are you saying yes, Ray Allen is better than LeBron because he hit that 3 at the end? I want you to type that all out so I can have it for posterity. That's all I'm asking for. All right, let's move on. Ham, again, kudos, bruv. When I challenged you to find a quarterback better than Kirk Cousins, I wasn't expecting you to pull out freaking Lawrence, man, well done. Well done. Props. All right. Next. Oh my god. Okay, I won't be reading that. Um, Metroid Prime remastered dev let down, missing original credits. So this is the more salt about the Metroid Prime release. A former developer at Retro Studios expressed his disappointment with one aspect of the recently released Metroid Prime remastered, commenting on the lack of credit for the original developers. These criticisms come from Zoid Kirsch, a programmer and senior gameplay engineer at Retro Studios for the first two Metroid Prime games. He left the studio when the third game was in development and retired from the industry in 2021. This is a bit of a tricky question. Does it make sense for the devs of an original game to be credited when it gets remastered?
Ask that question one more time.
Does it make sense for the developers to be credited in the credits of the remaster of the game that they made? So let's say they remaster, they remake or remaster Metal Gear. Should they credit Kojima if he's not involved?
I actually went over this on my Wednesday show. I think it was last week about this whole ordeal. It was either last week or the week before I went over this, and I think it is crazy to not have them in the credits, the original creators. I'm not saying like, yo, it needs to be like as long or thought out as like the current credits of the people that currently worked on it, but I think there should be some sort of like special thanks. And then you know how like towards the end of sometimes in the credits they like put a bunch of names together, just something simple like that, just some credit I think is due 100%. I don't see how you how do you listen to a song with a Michael Jackson beat and think that this person isn't crediting or showing loyalty to a past musician?
Okay, so in the credits, there's a little like snippet that says credits to the team that developed the original game. Doesn't that cover everyone?
Meh. That's lackluster.
We want the names.
I think names would be fine. Doesn't take any. I'm sure it doesn't take much extra time to do that.
It does actually. It does, because the whole credit. Just imagine the credit for the people that remade the game is like 400 people. It's not a stretch to say that the people that made the original game is like, I don't know, 200. Let's say 200. That's an extra, I don't know how many minutes. It might be even more people.
You're making this sound so for the sake harder than it probably is.
I'm just saying, okay, personally, I disagree. All right. I think for the sake of efficiency, that little snippet was fine. Thank you to everyone that participated in the making of the original game. I think that is fine.
We disagree.
That's just... All right, cool. We don't have to agree on everything. All right. Next. Oh, this one's good. Sony patents. Sony files a patent to help place. All right. Sony files a patent to help PlayStation players get good. So the Dark Souls fans are going to enjoy this. So just a few weeks ago, Sony Interactive Entertainment filed a patent for what it calls a virtual dojo to help players sharpen their skills across several different genres. According to the images included in this patent, it will consist of a virtual environment that simulates 2D and 3D gaming environments for first-person shooters, side-scrolling platformers, EO, and fighting games. The patent claims that players will be able to import training data from actual games such as button combos, and after analyzing the player's skill level, the program would generate a personalized curriculum. Get your pens out, based on what areas the player needs to improve. Hamothy, are you happy about a app or patent that is going to help you play better?
Sorry, I got a phone
I
call.
think your mic's off.
Yeah, no, I got a phone call. I apologize. Yeah, I checked this article out, and I tell you, that is something that they're trying to pull off. That is something. I'll really need because I read the article. I was just like, how are they gonna like make this match up to like a specific game or whatnot? And I'm guessing. I think something like this would be great for like maybe like first party titles or something. But in my opinion, it seems like kind of I don't know. Hate on my opinion on this or not, but I think it's kind of a waste of time.
So
I think
the,
this is a waste of time.
the conspiracy theorist in me, right, is connecting. Remember that app or that patent that they made? I think it was last year, where essentially you could get the game to play itself. Like you would log in with your profile, but the game would play itself. When I saw this article, I was like, these two look like you could marry the two and then be like, yo, Elden Ring is very hard. So for this area, just auto grind. PlayStation, I'll see you tomorrow. And when you come back, your trophy has popped. Bling! You have beaten, I don't know, fucking the Elden Beast or Radagon or whoever, or Melania. Do you think that's too far fetched?
Yes, I think that's too far fetched. yeah, without a doubt, I think that's far fetched. But I do think that it is.
They're also researching AI.
That I think that it's weird that they're trying to make a game for you to get good at games, and it's just like, yo, in my opinion, there are so many games that can lead into other games that this is unnecessary. Like if you're not good at this, maybe you should try like if you're not great at like Fortnite or something like that, maybe what's that one game? Maybe you should be playing that Rogue game or whatever, the free to play Rogue. Dang, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Rogue Heroes or Rogue something. Damn, Rogue Champions, maybe.
But okay, I don't know what the game is, but essentially, from what I understood, yes, I understand what you're saying. But from what I understood, it's not a game that makes you better. It creates a curriculum that helps you improve on what you're bad at. So, for example, you're dancing around and talking about Fortnite and Rogue, whatever. Dude, for example, Elden Ring, all right? You have a problem dodging, right? The game or the algorithm will notice that you have a specific problem dodging. It will create the curriculum, and then when you rage quit for the fifth time, something will pop up on screen and be like, yo, we have your curriculum to help you beat Moog in Elden Ring. So you jump in the curriculum, and then you spend, I don't know, 2 hours.
Thank you, Dark Rod.
Learning, right? Learning how to dodge or whatever, you know? And then that's when you jump back in. That's what I understood from it.
I mean, hey, that would be kind of cool for some players. It wouldn't bother me like
Oh,
at all.
damn.
I just
That's
think
nasty.
it's.
For some
I just.
players,
Well,
your
I don't
tone,
know.
your
Well,
tone is just so demeaning.
what I'm thinking is, maybe this could be useful. I know this could be useful for some. Maybe it could be useful for me someday. I'm trying to think of it for me and like what would I want to use it for, and would I really be willing to go through that to play a certain game that, like, if I'm really not enjoying it that much or not able to beat it, do I want to play something that's gonna teach me the lesson? Like, I don't know if I want
Take
to
it a
do all
level
that.
deeper. I'll take it a level deeper. If you're someone that enjoys Souls games, did you really beat Elden Ring if you had a curriculum that instead of you learning organically how to beat this boss or cheese the boss by yourself, do you still have that same feeling of, oh, I beat the damn thing? Or do you feel like I got assistance and then I got past the boss? You know what I
See,
mean?
I don't
Do you
think
still get
that
that
would.
same?
I don't think so, because there's this little thing called YouTube that everybody uses to get through games all the time, as it is right
Yeah,
now. So,
but
like,
yeah,
I feel
but
like arguing this too much would be also like not realizing that people already kind of do that, but in a different way.
so for me personally, I don't do it because I still value I'm sure, dude, if I looked up every guide, I'd probably have beaten Elden Ring by now. If I looked up the guides, I could probably do it. But I like that feeling when I went to the Tree Sentinel and just got destroyed for like 6 hours. And then randomly was like, yo, let me not fight this guy. Let me try and go around him and then figured out that that was probably what I should have done before. Then I came back and I whooped his ass. And then I figured out the rest of the world. And then I found a freaking, I don't remember what it's called, like a shooting star. Spoilers for anyone that cares about the stories. And then it made that gigantic hole in the ground. And I thought the hole led somewhere, but I kept dying because I didn't know how to platform my way down. So I left the hole and then spent another week going in a totally different direction. And for some reason, found myself back at the hole. And I was like, fuck it, let me try and do this again. And then I actually went down the hole and made it to an entirely different world underground. And that discovery, then and the victories that I got all along the way and the defeats mimicked special. So an app like this, a patent like this,
Oh, I think he bought it out completely. That's so sad too, because he was going on such a
it's almost
great
saying goes through
tangent.
shit. Can you hear me now?
Okay,
God
yeah,
damn it.
yeah, I can hear you now. You're good.
Fuck. All right. Long story short, the sense of accomplishment and achievement for me feels like the more technology moves forward, the more it'll become cheapened. And although you saying it's like it's a reach or whatever, I can see it, dude. I can see with all this research into AI and bots and learning and machine learning and all this, I can see it where they're like, dude, here's Elden Ring, pay an extra $10, leave your console running, and when you come back, you've got a platinum for Elden Ring. I can see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old man shouting at the sky. But that's how I feel with this whole thing.
I can understand that
I'm
that
not gonna.
that's that kind of idea though, 100%, because it's just kind of like back in the day. I mean, we still did cheap things and stuff like
Back
that,
in
cheat
my
cheat codes, and When I remember one of my favorite websites, like after I beat Grand Theft Auto, was Cheat Code Central and Cheat Planet. Two places I always went to get like random codes to be able to play these games after I beat them and like just really screw around with them. I had codes memorized on like in my head ever since I was a little kid. I still remember the code for the original Mortal Kombat to get blood and fatalities on that game.
Yep. I remember
ABAC,
San Andreas,
ABB. I remember that still.
immortality. Mm, the immortality cheat code for for San Andreas, and the cheat code also that added like $1,000,000 every time you input it. Good times, man. Good
Yeah,
times.
those were good
But yeah,
times.
again,
But I see what I see what you're saying because gaming has definitely changed a lot since those times for sure. But people are always gonna look for quicker access to being able to beat a game, even if it's not you or even the majority. There's still gonna be some that find something like this necessary, and you know what? Like, it doesn't bother me enough to be against it, but it definitely I'm not sure if it's useful for someone like me because I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn, and my bud Matt likes games could tell you I'm so stubborn when it comes to like not being able to find something in the game or not being able to figure out a technique. I will literally continue to play the game until I figure it out. And the only game that I used as of recently at all to like help me navigate something was when I looked for a sword in Elden Ring. Other than that, I didn't use anything to and anything to like continue to help me to beat that game because I don't like looking stuff up to find stuff. Very like in Scorn, I looked up zero to beat that game just because I was stubborn. And I tell you what, it probably took me an extra 3 hours, 4 hours to beat that game than it should have. Just because I was willing to, to do silly things and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how much that will help me down the line when it comes
Scorn,
to
the better. The less we talk about Scorn.
oh whatever. See that's why I'm happy you were botting just a moment ago. It didn't matter because
So not to
Xbox killed
beat,
your
not to
BS.
beat a dead horse. Whatever, man. Not to beat a dead horse. For me, the issue is achievements and trophies. For me, that stuff still matters. And the more this stuff gets implemented, the less those things have value. So it kind of sucks, knowing that in a couple of years, looking at someone's game score, looking at someone's trophy count, depending on how much they earn, it might mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because
I can I compare a lot of it to like
remember last year there was a Xbox ambassador. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying I compare it kind of to the person that works out all natural versus the person that uses not cheating like like steroids, but they use like creatine and supplements and stuff like that. Like that's the way I kind of look at this versus just
No,
the all
no,
natural way. I
because
don't see how
again,
it's what.
what you the thing is, you are looking at it as it is now. That's the problem. I'm looking at it when
Where it
AI
could
is fully
lead.
implemented,
Are you talking
and
about where
they
it could
just have to
lead?
turn on the console, where you can press console. Yes, yes. Turn on the console, open the game, say AI, get the platinum in God of War Ragnarok, drop the controller, and I'm going. to do whatever I'm going to do with my life. So the difference with the gym guys, your gym analogy, in my opinion, is even the guy that uses steroids, you still have to put in the work, bro. There's no way for you to press a button and then you just buff. There's no way to do it. You still have to dedicate 2 hours of your life every day to going and sweating your ass off at the gym. And you also have to dedicate every meal that you eat to properly nourish yourself without adding all that fat. So you're still putting in the work regardless of what supplements you have to boost. Because if you just take steroids and you don't do the work, you're not going to get anything. Whereas with the future of AI, there's a possibility, a very real possibility, in my opinion, where you could get all the results without putting in the work.
I see what you're saying, but that's like more an eventually, and that's something that you'll just have to wait and see if that happens. I mean,
I got $10 says that'll happen by the next generation. Let's go to the chat real quick.
Soon.
Yeah, yeah, I done said it. Sir X-Man says, Loke, when are you gonna beat God of War Ragnarok? Dude, Hogwarts Legacy first, Cyberpunk, Jedi Survivors. If there's nothing after Jedi Survivors, I'll play
He's
God
gonna
of
be
War.
playing a Redfall.
Midfall. That's what we're talking about.
Redfall.
Sour Blue 18 says, that's not cool for players. Might not call yourself a player if you let AI play for you. For sure. For sure. Dark Ultimate says, see, I love Souls games, but Elden Ring just wasn't it for me. It's cool. It's cool. I understand that. Welcome, Cult Classic Cage. Welcome, Xbox. It's Crazy Louie in the house. RG Viper. Welcome, bruv.
Good to see
Usher
you.
says that's pretty much how mobile games like Clash of Clans work. Exactly. And this is another side to it, Ham. You look at gaming as an industry. People were talking about, yo, mobile is toxic. We need to stop mobile. We need to stop mobile. And people like you were talking about, one day, don't worry, don't ring the alarms. Bro, it's right here now. It's right here. Mobile has devoured mainstream gaming. We are the niche now. Mobile is the main dish. So watch it, dude. The AI is already taking over mobile. You think it's not gonna come here? As long as it makes money, Ham. As long as Sony know they can charge you $70 for the next God of War, and another $30 to get that platinum that everyone's always fighting about on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever platform. As long as they know that we value that and that we will pay for it, and they won't divulge who has paid for their platinum and who hasn't paid for their platinum, you think they won't do it? You think you wouldn't do it if you were an exec at Sony and one of these IT guys like, yo, boss, we can do this and then we can make an extra $30, which will result in, I don't know, 12 billion. You think you wouldn't okay that move? Be honest.
Well, I mean, as an investor, you're asking me to speak as someone that's
Yes,
that has
yes,
money in it?
yes,
Well, of course, I'm gonna do whatever is
yes.
gonna get me the most money, right? That's
So
simple.
so it's not that crazy what I'm thinking, because they're already investing into AI, they're already investing into machine learning and apps that build curriculums on how to beat certain games. Why? Why would they not take all these three, which is enough information for them to make an app that can beat any game, and then just say, Ham, we're going to charge you $30 for this? What's stopping them?
I don't know, bro. Crazy in the chat says, Loke, I heard they're making an AI to test games to find the errors to report to the developers for them to fix the issues before release.
Yeah, I read about this. Chinese. It's happening in China. Game testers are losing their jobs in droves. I don't know what happened to the link. I wanted to share it, but I forgot or whatever. But it started in China. There's an app in China that they're actively working on to eliminate game testers. If this app exists that finds glitches, that plays the game, tries to play the game and breaks the game, you're telling me that it won't be possible in 2 or 3 years to make the same app, but this time make it so this app tries to knock out all the achievements or all the trophies in a game? Come on. Let's be honest. We all know how these execs work. Let's not pretend like they're here for our enjoyment and our pleasure. Uh, Cult Classic cases look making me upset about mobile. I'm just giving you all the real. That's all I'm doing. Anything to eliminate job. Facts. Cult Classic case. Ham,
That's
I
a
know you
fact
agree
right
with
there,
this. Corporations, the number one goal of corporations is to make profit, and one of the best ways to do it is to eliminate jobs. They're eliminating truck drivers. You think they want to eliminate game testers? Come
Well,
on, man. Come
the
on.
whole point, the whole point in like, or I should say, one of the whole points in having a job, like the two main ones, in my opinion, is being able to flip a product, make money, and then the second main one, especially when you're starting out, is to get rid of overhead. And what's overhead?
There you
Overhead
go.
is jobs.
There you go.
And if I can make something that is like stationary and something that just runs on its own, I don't have to tell it what to do, and I don't have to give it any money. I mean, other than
Yes.
paying it off. Once it's paid off,
Even if it
then
costs,
it's done.
even if it costs $1 million, it'll hurt for that one payment. But after that, it's just profit. Whereas with labor, you got to pay these. You have to pay a team on a constant basis. You have to worry about lawsuits. You have to worry about all these variables. With a
There's
machine,
sick kids.
you just have to install it. Yes, sick kids, dead parents, divorces, all types of stuff that you have to deal with. But with a machine, you just have to install it. It'll work all day and all night. Doesn't need rest, doesn't need weekends, doesn't need no holidays. It's just working. That's all it's doing. All you need to do is make sure there's AC to keep the CPUs cool. That's all you need. So Ham, this terrified me when I read this. I'm scared, dude. Because, and I'm being honest with everyone here. Guys, not everyone has 6 hours a week, 20 hours a week to dedicate to gaming. Classic Cage on one of our episodes talking about gatekeeping certain people. With this, so we won't know who is and who isn't a gamer, because everyone who has just a little bit of change in their pockets will have a million gamer score. Everyone.
But isn't that what? But
Anyway,
isn't that what these companies want?
that's what they
Kind of.
want. I'm just saying it's not good for us. That's all I'm saying.
There's no rock star.
All
But
right.
this shows everyone's a rock star, right?
Everyone. It kills the value of it. You know. But
Louis said
maybe
Skynet coming soon.
oh my god. Yeah, it's on its way. It's on its way.
Shout out to
You know, maybe maybe this might it might end up being a good thing, because if this move destroys the value of trophy counts and gamer score, we can go back to the good old days of just playing games. You know, people, no one will be jumping into your profile to check what have you played, what haven't you played, what have you finished, what have you platinumed. You know, maybe it might end up being a good thing. I don't know. Do you have any more thoughts on this on Ham, or you want to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on. I'm good. I don't really have a whole lot.
All right.
After that, I actually need to get ready to go, so we need to wrap this thing up. I gotta go pick up my daughter.
Okay. On a positive note, let's end it on a positive note. So, there's an Elden Ring mod that turns the game into an MMORPG. So instead of like fighting Melania, just you and someone you summoned, it could be like 7 guys and one chick. I should have worded that better. I really should have. Anyway, developed by Moogie Boy, the Elden Lands mod for Elden Ring is a complete and comprehensive rework of almost every aspect of the base game. Taking inspiration from MMOs, Moogie Boy has revamped virtually everything that they could get their hands on to present a surprisingly fresh gameplay loop. Players can expect a complete revision of the game's starting classes, status effects, summoning, and more. However, Elden Lands also introduces a series of all new features such as the true damage system, attack reactions, and a new item category, allowing players to equip portions of the Elden Ring itself. Right, all this stuff is nice, but Ham, as someone that has completed Elden Ring, are you excited for the opportunity to go ham on Redagon, where there's like freaking 15 players versus the Elden Beast? Or do you think it's not going to be fun?
I think that'd be pretty fun, depending on the way they balance it. It sounds very sounds very MMO-ish. But it sounds fun. I mean, I definitely think it'd be fun to have more than just 2 other people in your squad going versus a big ass beast like that. It'd be definitely pretty fun. Definitely like Monster Hunter ishy though. I feel like it's kind of like if you do that, it's kind of moving into a different category a little bit.
What do you mean?
Like
It's not a
just like
Souls game anymore if you do that.
kind of. I mean, if it's just a play mode, then that's just a play mode. That's fun, but it just kind of changes the strategy and the type of game it is. And
Well, I'm
can
upset
you just
that
think
this
of
is
a
a
bunch of people doing the rock throw? Like just 12 people doing a rock throw. Ellen Beast is just like, oh my god,
yeah,
what am I doing?
yeah,
Stop
yeah,
stoning me.
yeah. Which one of you is the real one? Which one is the main one? Because I know most of y'all are the guests. Who set this thing up? That's what the Elden Beast will be asking. So my okay. So for me, right, dude, I haven't beaten the game. I was just heartbroken when I saw this thing. I was like, damn, I think this would have been fun. You know, even if they did like the Bethesda stuff where if you're using any type of mod, they remove achievements. That's fine for me. But I think it would have been like a very nice experience. You know, like
Yeah.
the whole crew rocking up, all 5 of us just wailing on Melania. Anyways,
Yeah, I
Cake,
gotta get moving, dog. I really gotta get
yeah, okay.
moving.
Classic Cake says 7 guys is a lot for one chick.
You
Sheesh.
just had to say that,
Yeah,
didn't you? You had to
that
repeat
is,
that.
dude. She commented. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to pretend like she
And you
didn't say
happily
anything?
repeated it. You're like, I can't wait to say this.
What? Dude, I'm just reading the chat. Alright, that didn't come from me. I'm just reading the chat. Ham, take us home.
Actually, you did say that, and then she just
Oh my
emphasized
god.
it, and then you had to say it again.
Oh, real quick. This past week, I bought a comic book made in Mozambique. God damn it! All right, see, comic book. It's big. Instead of making like the little small ones, they made it's an A4. It's pretty big. But
It is
yeah.
big. But hell yeah, man.
Anyways,
Congrats.
take us home after that weird transition.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. Got to cut it a little short this week because my daughter's getting off of school a little bit early. But thank you so much for everybody coming through. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Me and Infinite Umbra are actually going to be having a little bit of a conversation about some of the news that's been going down throughout the week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I don't have the thumbnail up yet, so I'll put it on to Twitter. So if you're not following me there, do that at Hamsolo05 Gaming. But I'll also be posting it on the TSWS Gaming Twitter channel as well. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Then this Thursday, I actually have interview Behind Them Sticks with Risk It for the Biscuit. Got him coming on Thursday. Should be a good time. And then Friday, as usual, me, Loke, Cozy, Matt Likes Games. Going to be doing some bullshitting. Do we have a guest for that completely figured out yet? Because if not, I got one.
I'll tell you after.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks you guys for showing up to this show. It was a good time. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We are looking towards trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be super duper fantastic. We hit 500 early this year and would like to double that number. So that'd be dope. But as I always say, make sure you guys are keeping it gaming, are keeping it moving. Your boy Hamsolo and Loke 7 are out. Peace.